Hey guys, welcome back. A couple days ago I posted the Savin Me video by Nickleback. I wouldn't say that I endorse every Nickleback song, but there's some that I really like, and that's one of them. Let's spend a minute and kind of talk about what that video talks about. There's a couple things, well, there's a lot of things that video brings into play, but there's really two that I kind of wanted to hit on with this blog. And the first one is the fact that we all have a limited amount of time. None of us like to think about that. I don't like to think about that, but it's true. I mean, so far, throughout the history of the world, everybody's died. At some point or another, our time runs out. And so the video kind of captures that idea that we all have a limited amount of time. Now, one thing that I happen to be a believer in the Bible. I trust the Bible because I've done the research and it's proven reliable in my life 100% of the time, and so I trust it. One of the things that the Bible says is that God knows our days. He knows when our time's going to be up. And so while the whole, pulling somebody back and giving them more time, I don't know if I jive with that. But the reality is we only have a certain amount of time. The other part of that is, well, what happens after that? What happens after this life? Again, I've got to rely on the Bible, but it talks about that there's either a heaven or a hell for us, and we don't really like to think about hell anyway, but heaven sounds like a kind of cool place to me. People who have tried to describe it really struggle. In fact, there's a book of the Bible where John was given the opportunity to see a vision of heaven, and he just struggled to find words that would describe it appropriately in our language. And so what that says to me is it's someplace worth going to. Someplace that's going to be a lot of fun, actually. It's not just going to be sitting on clouds and playing harps, I can tell you that. Well, the other idea of this whole saving me from the video is, look, if there's something worth saying to me, or there's something worth doing for me that's going to save me, please do it. I don't know exactly what the band was intending with their meaning or what they were talking about, but one of the things that I know is that the opportunity to go to heaven comes through a relationship with Christ. And I don't get into that all that much on this blog, but this song has really just given me an opportunity to do that. Well, I tell you what, I don't want to make this post too long, but there's this really kind of cool thing that goes on between God and Christ and us, and I'm going to get into that on my next post in a couple of days. So give it some thought right now about this whole idea that we've got a limited amount of time, and then what? And in a couple of days, I'll come back and we'll share some more. Listen, I would love to hear your comments. I'd love to hear your feedback, even if it's, hey, Dave, I don't believe a word you're saying. That's cool. I would love to know what you're thinking. So the comments button at the bottom of this blog, please push on that. You don't have to give your name or anything. You can do it anonymously and just give me some of your feedback and what you're thinking. I'll see you in a couple of days, guys.